Hi everyone, welcome to Numeric Learning and welcome to day 37 of the daily maths practice series which is called Do Math with Me. And today we'll be solving 4 good questions from the chapter 8 which is Introduction to Trigonometry. Let's get started. Please do these questions along with me or you can watch and then try it yourself. Yeah, let's get started. So the first question is, in the figure triangle PQR, right angled at Q, PQ is given as 3 centimeters, PR is 6 centimeters, find QPR. So I missed drawing the figure for you. So let us draw the right angle triangle that they have mentioned here. So this is your right angle triangle which is PQR, right angled at Q. Okay, this is right angled at Q and P and R. What is given as PQ is 3 centimeters, PR is 6 centimeters. You are not given the QR length, which you can find using Pythagoras theorem. That will be the first thing that you do. And then you have to find angle QPR. So QPR and angle PRQ. The other two angles you have to find it out. So before finding the other two angles, let us find out what is QR, length of QR. So by Pythagoras theorem, we know that PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square. So what is QR square? Will be equal to PR square minus PQ square. Just substitute the value. What is PR? Which is 6. So 6 square minus PQ is nothing but 3 square. What is 6 square? 36 minus 9. 36 minus 9 is 27. Okay, so QR is equal to plus or minus root of 27. So this is nothing but plus or minus root of 27 is nothing but 3 cube, right? So you can take 1 3 outside. So this will be 3 root 3 will be the length of QR. So 3 root 3 centimeters, the same unit. Now that you have got all the 3 lengths of the sides of triangle PQR, now you can easily calculate the angle, first angle, that is QPR. So QPR, if you have QPR, if the angle is at P, then which is your perpendicular? Your QR is your perpendicular. This is always your hypotenuse and this is your base, right? So now if you have to find out, so let me write angle QPR. Let's draw that again here. So this is your triangle and this is your angle PQR. This is your 3 centimeters, 6 and 3 root 3. This is your 90 degree and this is your theta, right? So this is your perpendicular, this is your base and this is your hypotenuse. Now tell me, angle QPR is nothing but, which angle can you take? You can take cos. So you have to find out. You can write it as cos theta is equal to, we know it is equal to B by H. What is your B? Base is nothing but 3. Hypotenuse is 6. So this will be 1 by 2. So if cos theta is 1 by 2, which value of cos is equal to 1 by 2? You should remember the table. The trigonometric ratios of specific angles is something which you have to learn. This is equal to cos 60. Okay, so cos 60 is 1 by 2. Please remember it. Therefore, on comparing, we get theta is equal to 60 degree. So therefore, you can write angle QPR will be 60 degree. Right? Now, if the second angle that you are asked is angle PRQ. Now, where is angle PRQ? This is your PRQ. Okay. So, now if this is theta, for example, if this is theta or theta dash, then which is your perpendicular? This is your perpendicular. This is your base. QR is your base and PR as usual, it's your hypotenuse. Okay. Now, in order to find angle QRP or PRQ, whichever is Yeah, PRQ is given. So let me also write it the same way. Angle PRQ. In order to find that, which angle can we take? So you now know which is your new perpendicular, right? PQ is your perpendicular. If PRQ is your angle theta, which you have to find now, the side which is right opposite to your theta angle will always be your perpendicular, the blue one. Okay, QR becomes your base and PR is the hypo, because the side which is right opposite to your 90 degree will always be your hypotenuse. Now let us write what will be sine theta. Sine theta dash. I have written it as sine theta dash, which is nothing but P by H, perpendicular by hypotenuse. What is your perpendicular? 3. What is your hypotenuse? 6. So this is nothing but 1 by 2. Now you have to tell me, if sine of theta dash is equal to 1 by 2, which value of sine is 1 by 2? It is sine 30. So sine of 30 degree. Therefore, on comparing, you can write theta dash is equal to 30 degree. Therefore, angle PRQ is nothing but 30 degree. So this is what you have to find. So always remember, whenever you have got a right angle triangle, always it's very important to correctly identify your perpendicular, your base and your hypotenuse. So let me tell you again. So if this is your triangle ABC, right? And if this angle B is your 90 degree, so the side which is right opposite to your 90 degree will be your hypotenuse. Okay? Hypotenuse, denoted by H. If the theta angle is at C, then the side which is right opposite to your reference angle theta will be your perpendicular. So this will be your perpendicular and BC will be your base. So base is also called as adjacent side. Suppose, okay, if the theta angle is positioned here, that is if BAC or CAB is your reference angle theta, then in that case, you have to take BC as your perpendicular and AB as your base. Okay, always remember the side which is right opposite to your reference angle theta will always be your perpendicular. And the side which is right in front of or opposite to 90 degree will always be a hypotenuse. So with this you can write your sine theta is equal to P by H, right? Cosecant of theta is nothing but just the reciprocal of sine, so H by P. Cos theta is equal to base by hypotenuse. Secant of theta is the reciprocal of cos, which is hypotenuse by base. And your tan theta is equal to perpendicular by base, P by B. Your cot theta is equal to base by perpendicular. Again, it's a reciprocal. So sine and cosecant, these are reciprocal to each other. Cos and secant are reciprocal to each other. Tan and cot is reciprocal to each other. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. You have to evaluate cos square 30 degree plus sine square 45 minus 1 by 3 tan square 60. So for doing this question, you should know what is the value of cos 30. So cos 30 is root 3 by 2. There is a square there. So cos square 30 is nothing but cos 30 the whole square. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2 the whole square. Plus what is sine 45? 1 by root 2. Cos 45 is also 1 by root 2 the whole square minus 1 by 3. What is tan 60? It is just root 3 the whole square. So square it up. Root 3 the whole square is 3 by 2 square is 4 plus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 3 multiplied by 3, which is just 1. Okay. So here you have 3 by 4 plus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 1. Take your LCM, which is 4. So you have 3 plus 2 minus 4. Which is 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 minus 4 is just 1. 1 over 4 is your answer. So there are a lot of questions wherein you will be checked if you know the angle values. What is the trigonometric ratios for specific angles? Okay, for specific angles. In place of theta, we were just seeing, right? If those theta angles are known to you, then what will be the value of cos, sine and tan? So you should remember it. Okay, probably I'll I'll also attach the link of one of the videos wherein I would have taught you how to remember or how to memorize and learn these trigonometric ratios for specific angles, namely 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. I'll attach it in the description below. Do check it out. Okay, let's move on to the third question. Again, this is also a question where you should know all of these values. Cos 60, it is 1 by 2. Okay, cos 60 is 1 by 2 plus sin 45 is 1 by root 2 minus cot 30 is root 3. Okay, whole divided by tan 60, again root 3 plus secant of 45. Okay, cos 45 is 1 by root 2. So secant of 45 is just root 2 minus cosecant of theta. So sine of theta is 1 by 2. So cosecant of 30 will be 1 over 1 by 2, which is just 2. Okay. So here you can take the LCM in the numerator, which is 2 root 2. So again, the numerator root 2 minus 2 root 2 into 2. What is 2 root 2 multiplied by root 3? It is 2 root 6. Right. Whole divided by root 3 plus root 2 minus 2. So here you have got root 2. Is it a plus here? Yes, plus. Plus 2 minus 2 root 6 whole divided by 2 root 2 multiplied by whatever is there in the denominator, root 3 plus root 2 minus 2. So what do you get here? You cannot further simplify it because each of the terms are unlike terms. So you can just write 2 root 2 plus 2 minus 2 root 6 whole divided by, you can multiply inside. What is 2 root 2 multiplied by root 3? It is 2 root 6 plus 2 root 2 into root 2 is just 4 minus 4 root 2. Okay, then that's your answer. You can just leave it like this. So this is your answer. You should remember how do you multiply. So suppose if it is 2 root 2 multiplied by root 3, it is equal to 2 root 6. Okay. And if it is 2 root 2 multiplied by minus 2, you have a negative sign here. So minus 2 2s are 4 and then root 2 remains as it is. Okay, so these are things which you should know. This is something that wherein you should not make a mistake. Okay, so that's all. So let's move on to the last question for the day. The question is, if sine of a minus b equal to 1 by 2 and cos of a minus b is equal to 1 by 2 and you are given some extra information, that is a plus b angle, it's greater than 0 but less than 90 degree, a is greater than b. So out of the two angles, a is greater than b, you have to find a and b. Now again, two things at a time. Sine of a minus b is equal to 1 by 2. Sine of which value is 1 by 2? It is sine of 30. Okay, sine 30 degrees 1 by 2. So on comparing, what do you get? A minus b is equal to 30 degree is 30. Okay, similarly, cos of a plus b you are given it as 1 by 2. So what is cos of a plus b? Which value of cos is 1 by 2? It is cos of 60. So I'll just write cos of 60. On comparing, what do I get? A plus b as 60. Okay, so this is your linear equation 1 to solve for a and b. So let's do it. A minus b is equal to 30. A plus b is equal to 60. Minus b plus b gets cancelled. Just add them up. So 2a is equal to 90, wherein a is equal to 90 by 2, which is 45 degree. Okay, so you can put a is equal to 45 degree in equation 1 or 2, wherever. So let me put in equation 2. So what is your b? B will be 60 minus a is 45. Okay, so what is 60 minus 45? It is 15 degrees. So therefore you can write b is nothing but 15 degrees, and that's your answer. So it's very, very easy, but in order to do such questions, you should remember the sine, cos, tan values. Okay, so if that is clear, if you have learned the trigonometric ratios of angles, then all of these questions can be done very, very easily. But if you do not remember the angles, you still have time. You can learn it in a day. Okay, so that's all for today in the Do Math With Me series. Let's continue revising a lot more questions from trigonometry. Please do subscribe if you haven't, and I look forward to hearing your feedback in the comments. Thank you so much. Happy learning.